all local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
I try to tell my kids, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings.
At 6, a parent shares his reaction after a woman was stabbed in the leg at West Farms Mall. We're going to have more on that in just a couple minutes, but good morning to you. We hope you had a great weekend. We're glad you're starting off your new week with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Let's get right over to meteorologist Matt Scott. We got a lot to talk about. It is foggy and mild now. I think the rain's mostly moved through, but there could be some coming later.
Morning rain is done. The evening rain's the main event, and that's the stuff that may be a little difficult. We'll talk about that coming up. Good to have you along. It is 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. Yeah, as Tim mentioned, it is a foggy start. We'll get you the viz in just a moment. Rain and storms a little bit now through the day, but the main event later on this evening, and in the 7-day, there are a few more opportunities for some spring rain. We'll talk about that coming up. Your visibility, a quarter mile to about, to less than a mile generally across the board. A little better in New Haven. Groton seems to be fine, but it kind of tells you you're going to have to give yourself a little extra time on the way into work and school. Satellite radar picture has a couple of those morning showers, and they are passing for now, but the main event, again, still has yet to arrive. That will arrive later on, just around dinner time, as we get just a lot of energy kind of punching on through, and that might translate into some moderate to extensive rainfall, especially for 5, 6, 7 o'clock. You could see the high-resolution guidance lighting up with the opportunity for some moderate to heavy rain that'll push through. I'm not going to rule out a thunderstorm either, especially as we go closer to midnight. You can see the severe weather risk from the Storm Prediction Center. Western side of the state at a level 1. It's a marginal risk, but it's a risk nonetheless. I just want to move the map just for a moment just to show you what else we're dealing with as you go farther down towards the south and the west. The opportunity for some severe weather intensifies somewhat. Temperatures in the 40s to 50 degrees right now, with the bus stop forecast calling for the lower to mid 60s in spots. I don't think many of you are going to get there. I think Hartford's got a shot at it, but let's call it around the upper 50s, mid to upper 50s for highs later on today. Coming up, we'll talk about that rain, time it out for you. Look down the line, see what else is in store rain-wise for the week. You know, opening day for the yard goats coming up. We'll try to get it all fine-tuned and keep a dry forecast for Friday. That's all coming up. 6:02, let's check the roads, which are not dry at all.
No, they're not. But thankfully, there have not been a whole lot of problems. Let's get you out there and show you what is going on. Right now, all of the road work, not that there was a lot we were reporting on the last hour, but that has cleared up. We are starting to see some delays. I-95 Bridgeport, southbound side, congested between exits 26 and 19. We don't know exactly how congested, but it's about a 5-mile stretch. It's a little early in the morning to be seeing that long of a delay. So we're hoping it's not a bad one, maybe just people tapping the brakes here and there. Let's take a ground level look here. This is I-84 in West Hartford. You can see just how much the fog is playing a role in visibility. Add some wet roads to that, and it could be a little dicey out there if you don't leave yourself enough distance between you and the car in front of you. So just keep that in mind, please.
All right, 6:03 now, and happening today, a battle between United Healthcare and Hartford Healthcare could put coverage in jeopardy for thousands of patients, and it's going to be starting at midnight.
Yeah, Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is in Hartford with a look at what patients need to know. Keith, good morning.
Tim and Erica, good morning. United Healthcare customers, many of whom could be without health services soon. The deadline here to strike a deal in all of this about 18 hours from now, 11:59 p.m. And at the core of all of this, it is really a battle over money. The Connecticut Office of the Health Advocate says United Healthcare and Hartford Healthcare are in the middle of contract negotiations. The Healthcare Advocate says Hartford Healthcare wants more money for its services, while United argues Hartford is asking for too much money. The two sides are less than 24 hours away from their contract expiring. We mentioned that a moment ago, which would mean thousands would be at risk of losing their health care. I did tell you specifically an impact for folks with Medicare Advantage plans. This is what you needed to know.
For instance, if a person has a Medicare Advantage plan or what's known as a dual special needs plan through Medicare Advantage, on Tuesday, they will be considered out of network. And that means that they either can't go to a Hartford Healthcare provider and have any insurance covered, or they may be as out of network, have some insurance, but at a much lower rate than before.
Again, the deadline for the two sides to reach a deal on all of this, 11:59 tonight. And during this time of uncertainty throughout the course of the day today, Connecticut Healthcare Advocate says patients may struggle to get things like an appointment, specifically if you're trying to schedule something that may require long-term care. The state's healthcare advocate does want to hear from folks at home the challenges that you're facing. We've put a link on our website, fox61.com. I've also connected you with this great list of frequently asked questions. There's a lot of additional information in here. One thing that stood out to me, Tim and Erica, there is a cooling off period for some plans and not for others. So while some will wrap up at 11:59, others, there is a 60-day window called a cooling off period where you would still be able to get treatment. So it's really critical that folks take a look at this, that they understand their own plans, and that you call the state healthcare advocate if you have more questions on that front. But for now, in Hartford this morning, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61.
All right, Keith, thanks. Yeah, certainly can be a lot of confusion for people. Thanks for sifting through those details. Well, meantime, at 6:06 happening today, state leaders are going to talk about their efforts to keep kids from skipping school. Governor Lamont is going to join education leaders at the Beeman School, that's in Middletown, to talk about ways to reduce student absenteeism. The governor's office says programs like the Learner Engagement and Attendance Program, also known as LEAP, has helped lower chronic absenteeism rates. It was created in the aftermath of the pandemic as student absenteeism rates soared. Later this morning, Senator Richard Blumenthal is going to talk about what he's doing to stop cuts at the Department of Veteran Affairs. His office says the Trump administration has cut the VA workforce and says it's learned that more cuts are planned. Senator Blumenthal says he joined 21 Democrats in Congress to introduce the Putting Veterans First Act to give protections to veterans, military spouses, and also VA employees. Officers say one woman was stabbed in the parking lot of West Farms Mall. It happened Sunday afternoon. Farmington police say the woman was taken to the hospital. Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot spoke with people in the area about what happened.
Farmington police responded to a parking lot outside of West Farms Mall Sunday and found a female victim had been stabbed in the leg. One man I spoke with said for that to happen in this area is shocking. Farmington police say a woman was stabbed in the leg late Sunday afternoon outside the shopping mall. Police say she was transported to the hospital for further treatment. For parents like Robert Hales, who has 4 kids, he worries about these kinds of incidents and potentially putting his family in danger. While police say there is no further threat to the public, it still has shoppers uneasy in keeping their safety in mind.
My youngest is 21, so right now, even with him going out to the stores, going anywhere, it's just tough. You just worry all the time because times have changed so much. I try to tell my kids, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings, things in that nature.
Farmington police tells Fox 61 they expect to have more details on this incident in the coming days. For now, in Farmington, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Okay, thank you. Well, officers in New Haven said a 43-year-old man was killed in a motorcycle crash Saturday. That crash happened between State and Olive Streets around 2:30 in the afternoon. Officers said Michael Borelli was driving his motorcycle on Union Street when a car making a left turn cut him off and hit him head on. We're told the driver of that car did stay at the scene. Have you seen this man? Groton police said they're trying to find him. It's 38-year-old Stephen Gush. His family last saw him around 3 p.m. Saturday in Ledyard. Authorities say his vehicle and his cell phone were found at the Candlewood Hill Wildlife Park right off the Gold Star Highway. New London and Groton officers and state troopers all did an extensive search using drones and canines to look for him, with no success. He's being described as 6 feet 2 inches tall, with a thick black beard, black hair, and brown eyes. Police said he's got tattoos on both of his legs and one of his arms. If you think you recognize him, or if you have seen him, please call the Groton Town Police right away.
And police in Glastonbury say that they're looking for a missing 72-year-old woman. Her name is Mary Colestano. The Hartford Dive Team and Connecticut State Police are helping to search near the Glastonbury Boathouse on Wells Street. They were out there at about 6 yesterday morning. A silver alert from Glastonbury police say that she was last seen wearing dark pants and a light-colored top. If you know where she is or if you think you may have seen her, please call Glastonbury Police. A man accused of stabbing his mother is expected to appear in court today. Reading police arrested 38-year-old Michael Amari yesterday afternoon. Officers say Amari called 911 and told the dispatcher that he attacked his mom with a knife and then said, quote, "Please come and save her." Now, police say the victim was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. Amari faces several charges, including assault on an elderly person. And police in Granby say this man here stole groceries from Geisler's supermarket on Sunday afternoon. Officers say he's believed to have stolen a significant amount of shrimp, but police didn't say exactly how much. If you saw what happened, you're asked to call Granby Police. And Bridgeport firefighters worked to put this building fire out on Saturday night. It happened at the Singer's Connecticut warehouse. That's on Barnum Avenue. Crews say that smoke was coming from a fifth-floor window. They had to call in help from other fire stations to put out the flames. Now, we don't know what sparked the fire, but we do know that no one was hurt.